What is up, gamers? Been a little minute since I have recorded a video. This is going to be an account update. I haven't made one of these since last month, and we do it once every month. So here we go with the account update. Our new KVK is going all right, I guess. So our opponents, I think I talked about this a little bit in the last KVK. It's 1365, which is my boys with Int and JST. We're allied with 2049. Of course, the boys over there, this is our third time allying with them, which is pretty cool. And we're supposed to be against 1175 and the 1846 1316 coalition. 1316, pretty strong KD. There's some kind of issue with diplomacy where one side kind of refused to ally with the other. I'm not sure if 1175 just pulled out or 1846 pulled out. I'll be honest, I don't pay a ton of attention, okay? I just work here. So whatever leadership is going on, good for them. You know, they just put down markers and they tell me to fight, and I fight. That's about it. As you guys can see, we're kind of hurting on resources. I mean, we still have stuff in the farms too. It's not too bad. We have KL coming up in a bit. I'm not expecting too many kills out of KL. Fights have been, I don't want to say like few and far between, but it's been rather difficult to get like all the fights I'd be looking for to get more kills than what we have. But I mean, we've done okay. Usually I like to get like about a bill KP per KVK. I think this KVK, this about to be 30 mil C kills, probably ends up somewhere around 500 mil, 600 mil KP. I'm not entirely sure. We're definitely going to finish Phase 5 into KL. I'm not really too concerned about that. Over here, I plan on getting at least 500k more T5 deads. I'd like to get about 3 mil T5 deads. I think it's a pretty good number. In terms of KP, obviously we didn't really hit our KP goals, but we just have so many speeds. I just try to train T5 and kill them where I can. Obviously, I'm way above the requirements, but you know, why not? We're already here. I'd rather not be morbidly obese. If you guys did not know, we went pretty hard chaining this KVK. Not as hard as I wanted to. I think I wanted to go a little harder. It's just, it was real hard to find the motivation. As soon as I found out that, you know, like one of the camps was just not fighting, I was like, you know, it's harder because like one of the main reasons I'm chaining is for Crystal Tech. So first I thought the KVK was going to be, you know, lot of fighting. And don't get me wrong, the 1846 1316 coalition has put up an awesome fight. I know, you know, there is some trash being talked towards them, but I mean, mostly like friendly banter. The 1846 guys have been pretty cool in my opinion. I don't really know the guys in 1316, so I can't really say too much about that either way. But I mean, it's been cool. They put up a lot of fights, and frankly, I mean, they really didn't have to. Like as soon as 1175 like conceded, it was kind of a wash. I mean, what are you really going to do against, you know, 2049 is ginormous, and 1365 with BLN gone, I mean, not as strong as 1365 used to be, but I mean, pretty good. Yeah, anyway, so our highest power here was 94.8, which is kind of diabolical. So big. This is actually bigger than we were in our Nile KVK. I think it was KVK 5. And that Nile KVK, I want to say it was 93.7, something like that, which was horrifically so high so early in my account. So you know, it's nice to be able to shed some more deads here. Of the like 14.5 mil deads we have, I'm pretty sure at least, like being very generous, like 12 mil is T5. Over here at the KP, I mean, we broke 5 bill, but I'm not I'm not too like ecstatic about the KP this KVK, but it kind of is what it is. Not too concerned about it. This KVK, we've only been running 3 marches. We've been running Scipio LC, ZL Herman, Nevsky Joan, and right now I'm saving sculptures for a second cavalry march. Originally, I had this kind of plan where I was going to run like maybe like Guan Sip, Alex LC, DL Herman, Boudica, YSG, and I think Nevsky Joan. While not like a horrible idea, it's hard to justify splitting up the gear like that, especially into different camps. Like there's nothing wrong with 1079. There's nothing wrong with 1175, right? They're both very strong KDs. However, the average player quality of 1079 and 1175, which were part of the coalition that we fought last KVK, is much lower than say like 1316. 1316 has, I'm trying to figure out, I think they're stronger. The 1316 player may be stronger than the average 1188 player. 1316 is like pretty lean, pretty whaley. So if you see them on the field, I mean, they're just kind of gonna tear you up. I'm not entirely sure like what their piloting stuff looks like, you know, like how they're around the clock, but they're beefy. They're beefy boys. As much as I wanted to run other stuff, it's just, you know, am I going to be running Boudica YSG with like mostly epics and like maybe a Milky Way? The answer is no. I like Boudica is just not where she needs to be right now for that to be good. Scipio LC is probably the single strongest march, and then I guess ZL Herman is probably stronger than Scipio LC, but it's really close. ZL Herman might do better in murder balls. I think Scipio LC pound for pound is probably still my favorite. ZL Herman's a threat, not to disparage it, but I mean, breaking up the Scipio LC for the Guan Alex, or the Guan Scipio and the Alex LC, not a horrible idea, but again, like when I'm against this average march quality. Another thing is like we're losing a lot of marches. Like this KVK has been a lot more about territory than it has been about field. There's been very little fielding comparatively, and again, makes sense, right? This is no flame towards anybody. Obviously, you know, like why would 1846 be so aggressive for field if they don't have to, right? They can just hold on to their territory and be happy with that and camp their ball in the middle of the territory. Makes sense, right? So 1365 wants kills. We have to chase all the way in their territory. When we chase in their territory, then we get picked off, and you know, quite often we're supposed to be fighting to the death, and you know, we sad face so many marches. It is a lot different sad facing marches with full legendary gear than sad facing marches with epic gear. It's actually not even close, right? Because the lower health your marches are, the more damage they're going to take. And you know, it gets really bad. Those reports get really bad for marches with less gear or marches just of lower quality. Anyway, like coming over here and looking at Bood, she's just not what she used to be. We're gonna scrap the set, and we're just gonna put it back into our primary set here. I'm thinking about getting probably next stream, either you guys, this is gonna come out before next stream, or you guys are already gonna have seen this. We're gonna craft the KVK Archer helmet. I think is probably the only move here. We're gonna start saving up for our next cavalry pieces. So that's gonna mean 1 Pride of the Khan, that's gonna mean 1 Boots of the Hellish Wasteland, it's gonna mean 1 Heavy Armor of the Hellish Wasteland. We have 349 sculptures. I'm gonna be honest, I've been super lazy picking up sculptures. I've been doing some events, most events, I would say. This KVK, again, trying to get these deads, trying to get this KP has taken a lot of time, a lot of boosts, just a lot of hours, just because there's a lot of running, not a lot of killing. When there is killing, you know, like you might pop an expansion and you might get like a total of maybe 15 fights. Right, 15 fights is going to get you, let's say you're doing really solidly and you're getting 2 mil KP per march. Let's say that's 6 mil KP times 15, so 90 mil KP for an expansion. That's actually too high. That's definitely not happening. Anyway, point is, it's taken a lot of time, so I've been missing out a little bit. I want to say we did craft a couple other things. We crafted the Gauntlets of the Glorious Goddess, and we did not proc it. We crafted Navarre's Control, we didn't proc it. We're getting a lot more legendary stuff now that I've stopped being dumb and refining. Also, we have the cannons. I got the cannons on my birthday. Pretty cool. I've always wanted these, so I got the cannons as KVK. I got 5 mil KP, probably gonna get like 3 mil T5 deads. Again, it's no like crazy like 1 bill, 2 bill bill KP, but I mean, kind of what are you gonna do, right? All we can really do is, you know, cinch KL, make sure that everything is good to go, and then, you know, start prepping for the next KVK. But I mean, the next KVK, if we get a good fight, should be in a good spot, should be in a better spot. It's just, you know, sometimes you get really competitive KVKs like we've gotten for our last 3 in a row, and sometimes you get less competitive KVKs. This is honestly for the best though, so we can farm up a little more, because last KVK, I mean, we were fighting tooth and nail until like literally like the last day. So this is this is for the best. So right now we are planning for another Cav March. I think I already mentioned that. We have like a bunch of William sculptures I've been getting from Hearts of Desire. So we have 84 here. I don't think he's gonna end up getting used, but we also have like a decent amount of QB sculpts. I mean, nothing like too crazy out of him, but obviously this is gonna help facilitate this. I don't know if I'm gonna expertise him or not. I've been thinking about it. I mean, obviously we don't have the sculptures to do it right now, but by the time the next Cav comes out, I'll probably have enough, maybe 800 sculptures, spitballing. His expertise is not my favorite. However, triggering Autumn Wind every time it defeats an enemy troop would make him like an incredible chaining commander. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, like you'd get him for chaining, like that's so troll. He's so strong for chaining. I think the idea that he could probably pay himself off in like 3 or 4 KVKs is kind of crazy. I don't know any other investment right now other than like YSG and KVK1 that is actually capable of paying itself off. I think the improvement, if you were to run QB expertise over double C as a chaining march, I think this guy would pay himself off like that. Or, you know, we replace like Martel. Martel can sit on the bench and no longer be a chaining march. Or we can replace like, I don't know, something else. Because like in terms of chaining marches right now, this is a quick aside. Hopefully I don't rumble too hard. I don't want Joy, my editor, my awesome editor, to be pissed at my incoherent ramblings. So quick, we're just gonna give a quick summary. So right now, our current barb chaining marches are going to look something like Martel Heraclius, Richard YSG, DL Herman, Moctezuma Theodora, and CC Cyrus. Cyrus is going to get phased out for L2. Gonzalo's not getting used. We don't really like him right now. CC can probably stay. I would say Martel and Moctezuma are both on the chopping blocks, probably more so Mocked. actually. I think Mocked is probably the weakest link out of that. Chow Chow, I like him less than Mocked, but he's so fast, I generally don't care. I think the refresh times are probably better off than the damage that Mocked does. I think Mocked probably just dies. I think he looks at the flowers, and I think that's it. And then that means that I get to free up this entire gear set, so I get to dissolve everything, obviously not the ring, and then we get to move all of this towards the next cap set, which you may be thinking, these are all iron ore. How is this moving to the next cap set? You know, don't ask questions, okay? Don't ask questions. So we're probably gonna expertise QB, probably with the quickness, probably as soon as I can. He just makes sense as a chainer. Or maybe we'll do it like after KL, something like that. I mean, we're not gonna max him, we're gonna do like 5-5-1 and then start using him. I don't know. Ramblings. Anyway, point is, that was gear, that was comms. In terms of armaments, I think my armaments are actually better. I got a couple really lucky ones. I know this coin, we had a drunk stream when we crit something, and I super intoxicated, locked march speed and rolled infantry health, which is pretty cool, pretty cool. Pretty sure this is also a new pickup we just got, which is pretty clean. Extra damage to surrounded troops is awesome because I run 3 marches, so I'm always damaging surrounding troops. Forest Master might be new too, actually. We got quite a few like small upgrades. I know we also did a lot of upgrades for the Cav set as well. We got 2 of the new special inscriptions. I think one of these was like a pity pickup, and the other one was actually a normal pickup. This is not our best in slot, actually. I'm not gonna take the time to look for it. This one's not bad. I want to say I may have locked 3.2 cav defense and I rolled it. So I think I rolled it 1 or 2 times. Then I saw the cav defense. Because I saw cav defense on the second slide and it wasn't movement speed, that means that the top slide could be either attack or movement speed. So I have more chances to get cav stat on top. So then I locked the defense and I rolled it. I mean, Defiance, like this isn't bad overall. Normal damage resistance, I think it's better in this meta, but you know, the inscription is not, like, I don't really care what the inscription is, I just care what the stats are. So I locked defense and I rolled attack and health and I called it a day. This is really lucky. Obviously you're not usually gonna get this. I want to say for this, I locked the march speed and I got 3% health. I think this one with the 4% skill damage dealt, depends what the next cav release is. This is probably going to get double locked and rolled. I would rather have damage, but I'm not too concerned. The thing is like cav health is, for cavalry, health is like a really saturated stat, so you might want other things. Just like for archers, like defense is a really saturated stat. Like for archers, like attack is quite often a better stat than defense because you generally want attack or defense, whichever is lower, to be statted up more, and archers have a ton of defense. Anyway, point is, this is probably gonna get locked at some point. This is still my best in slot. This is actually a really crazy piece, considering max all damage is 1.5. This is like I'm still shocked. I want to say I got this. This is like one of the first armaments I ever got. It's still my best in slot. A little embarrassing, but kind of whatever. In terms of ZL over here, I'm pretty sure my archer set is a little stronger than it used to be. This might get reset. This might be a thing that I reset, and the reason why is because it's got attack in the top stat, which means the middle stat can be either defense or movement speed. So the same concept of why defense is a middle stat makes the other stats more appealing is the same thing here. 1.8% all damage is kind of nutty. So I think this is probably going to get a reset, and if I like it, I'm probably going to end up sticking a hunter, or the next hunter I get on it. I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know who's getting the Zig, so I don't know. Anyway, point is, this is probably gonna get reset regardless, and I think that's about it. We did a few transmutes here. My coins are always my most unlucky, so I was really lucky on this. I can't remember, yeah, I locked the defense and I got health. Again, defense in the middle, can be attack or move speed on top. Move speed would be really good. We really like move speed on archers. But yeah, I mean, overall, pretty happy with this set. Not the best set ever, but I am free to play, so it kind of is whatever. This is my crystal tech before KL. I've had better crystal tech. I've had worse crystal tech. I guess it is tech. I mean, it's okay-ish. Yeah, not too thrilled, not too disappointed. It just kind of is what it is. Over here is the honor ranking. I'm ranked 28. Again, I have just not been chaining that much. I mean, the difference between me and rank 20 is 32k. It's really not that much. 32k. I mean, maybe we'll kind of get the let out on it again after KL. Right now, it's just, you know, I've been pretty fatigued with the amount that I've just been like sitting at gate, like filling pass or doing stuff like that. So I am very excited to wrap up KL and then get back onto account maintenance because my account has been kind of getting diddled. Yeah, and overall, we're playing Tides of War too, so, you know, we've got the extra Tides of Steel for maxing out the damage for that and the extra march speed. Pretty good stuff. In terms of OL, we were in OL in BLN. We had an issue come into play where we didn't have access to our force, so we missed out on our skills, which is really unfortunate. I'd like to give a big shout out to my boy Kian. That was our captain for the BLN Osiris League. He was pretty good. I really liked his planning. Surprisingly nice considering we are the 3rd string OL team, and yeah, he was really solid. So sadly we got knocked out, but no fault of Kian's. He did the best that he could, and I really like that. With that being said, boys, I think that's it for the entire account update. If I missed anything, you guys can feel free to complain about it in the comments, but I will catch you guys later. Have yourselves a great one. Thank you so much for dropping by, and I want you guys to have an absolutely wonderful day. If you guys want notifications when I go live, make sure you go to that Discord in the description below. Go to the role selection tab and turn on announcement and stream notifications. If you guys want account coaching, okay? We do account coaching for, boom, boom, we do account coaching for $35 a session for an on-stream and $75 a session for an off-stream. If you guys are interested in that type of stuff, make sure you go to the Discord in the description below, open a ticket, and order your own coaching. If you guys want to help support the stream, you guys can always donate to the Streamlabs link in the description below, but liking, commenting, subscribing helps a ton as well. Thank you so much for showing up, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll catch y'all later.